Hello my dear students. Today in this video we will going to continue our topic which is fiber to fabric. Okay, this topic is included in chemistry. Okay, before starting this video let me recall you the last video. Okay, what we learned in the last video. Okay, so in the last video we understood about cotton plant and jute plant. Okay, in short we understood about plant fibers in detail. Okay, that how do we get jute fiber from the jute plant, what is the process. Then we understood about cotton, that how do we get cotton fibers from the cotton plant. Okay, we also completed how do we get fabric from the fibers, what is the journey of fiber to fabric. Okay, so in that we understood that this is the journey from fiber to fabric. Okay, this has to pass from two processes. The first process is fiber to yarn and yarn to fabric. Okay, so the first process, that is to obtain the yarn from the fiber, this process is known as spinning process. Okay, so up till here we completed. Now today we will going to complete the second process, that is yarn to fabric. Okay, means the process of obtaining fabric from the yarn. This process we will going to understand today. Okay, so why to waste time? Let's start. Over here the title is given yarn to fabric, the second process, that is weaving and knitting. Okay, so let's see first of all the definition. Okay, so the yarn obtained, which is with the help of spinning process, okay, it is made into a fabric usually by weaving or knitting. Okay, I have written weaving or knitting. Why so? Because these two methods are completely different with each other. Okay, weaving is a different method and knitting is a different method. How? That we will going to understand. Okay, so first I will start with the weaving process. Okay, and to understand this weaving process we will going to do one activity also, and I request you to do that activity at your home also. Okay, it is very easy, so that you can easily able to understand the weaving process. So let me start with its definition. The process of arranging two sets or more yarns together to make a fabric is known as weaving. Okay, what it means? Two set means what? Two set means, let me tell you, two sets of yarn means over here, look at this. Okay, it starts from here to here. This is considered as a one set of yarn. Okay, and the second one is attached with this sticks, starts from here to here. So it is known as second sets of yarn. Okay, now this both sets of yarn together arranged. Okay, and then we will going to get fabric. This process is known as weaving process. Okay, see beta, over here I have given you two photos. The one photo is there which I have shown you right now, only this one. Okay, so this photo is the handloom photo. Handloom photo means over here the weaving process is done manually only, means it is done with the help of our hands only. Okay, so that's why it is known as handloom. Okay, and over here I have given you the second photo. Okay, over here what you have to do, you have to just arrange the yarns inside the machine. Just switch it on, and with the help of electricity only, and with the help of electricity this machine will start working. Okay, and arranging the two sets of yarn together and form the from the fabric. Okay, so this is known as power looms. Why it is known as power loom? Because this weaving process is done inside the machine. Okay, and it is completely based on the electricity. That's why its name is power looms. In our India, both process is been used for forming the fabric out of the yarn. Okay, let me give you one example. Whatever clothes we wear, mostly this weaving process is done inside the machine, while some special traditional precious clothes are there. For example, Kanjivaram silk sari. Okay, so Kanjivaram is the world famous silk sari, okay, which is belong to South India. Okay, so this sari is specially weaved with the help of manual, or should I say with the help of handlooms only. Means this sari is been weaved by a man, understood, instead of machine. Okay, so like this way our India follows both processes. Okay, now how these sets of yarn are arranged together, let me tell you with the help of an activity. For that, what you have to do, you have to take any two colored paper. Take your favorite colored paper. Okay, and that what you have to do, let's see with the help, let's see the video and understand. Okay, let's start. See over here, one paper is there which is green color, and in that they are leaving 2 inches both ends and draw one line. Okay, draw straight line at a specific distance. Now they are folding it and cut it up to that line. Now they open it. Now they took the another, okay, and again draw the lines completely throughout and cut these pages into strips. Okay, now they are going to pass through these strips over and under this green paper. See, observe it. Under, over, under, over, under, over. Like this way they are completely arranging. Now you can see the checks pattern is formed. See, over and under, over and under. Okay, now another one. Can see very beautiful checks pattern. Okay, this is paper strip. The same way the two sets of yarn are arranged like in a manner. The one set of yarn pass through over and under the other sets of yarn. So like this way they are forming such a structure and we get fabric. Okay, I request you that you will going to do this activity at your home. Now they are sticking this strip so that it will not move. So I request you that you perform this activity at your home so that you can clearly understand this weaving paper strips. Okay, so I hope you understand the weaving process. Now it's time to understand the second process. Its name is knitting process. Okay, K is silent, you can say. Okay, so knitting. Okay, now let's understand. Okay, this photo is a bit familiar for you, I think so. Okay, this is nothing but a woolen sweater which is going to form with the help of knitting process. Okay, let's see it in detail. The process of interlocking a single yarn together to form a fabric is called knitting. Over here inside the photo you observe that just one set of yarn is there. This set of yarn is just interlocking with each other by forming different kinds of knots. Okay, these are nothing but the interlocking of just one single yarn by forming different kinds of loops and knots. So this process is known as knitting process. Okay, as we understood in the weaving process, two sets of yarn is there. One was arranged in a horizontal manner, then another one is arranged in a vertical manner. Okay, but over here just one set of yarn is there. Okay, and with the help of interlocking or making different kinds of knots, okay, they are going to form the fabric. Okay, and mostly knitting process is done specially inside the woolen material. Okay, mostly all the sweaters, if you observe it carefully, okay, that all sweaters are formed by this knitting process. Okay, generally in the previous time, the grandmother used to knit this sweater for their grandchildren with the help of this method. But nowadays everything is available very easily inside the market, so people stop doing it. Okay, but still at some places this knitting process is also done at the home. Okay, you can also go through it, you can also try at your home. Understood? But nowadays this is the technical area. Due to that reason, this knitting process is also available in the on the machine. Okay, so this process is done inside the machine and easily the woolen clothes are made. Understood? So this is the knitting process and the last part of the journey, that is from fiber to fabric. I hope you understood the whole chapter. Okay, before I am signing up, I just show you the summary of the chapter that we learned. See over here, I have written summary notes. Okay, mostly people are asking, madam, if we have notebook, can we write the notes inside the notebook? Definitely beta, you can write. Okay, and I even request you that all students please note down these notes inside your notebook, so it would be much easy to understand. Okay, we started the chapter from the by understanding the title, that was fiber to fabric. So fiber means what? The thin hair like strands is called fiber. Okay, and what do you mean by the term fabric? Fabric means a material which is used for making clothes. Okay, if you want a fabric from the fiber, okay, so you have to go through fiber to yarn to fabric. So what is yarn? Yarn means a long, strong, continuous thread, okay, which is formed by twisting 2 to 3 fibers together. Okay, that we understood. Then we go through that different kinds of fabrics are available in the market. So hence we conclude that it is classified mainly into two types, that is natural fiber and artificial fiber. Natural fibers means fibers which obtain from plants and animals. For example, cotton, silk, jute, wool. These natural fibers are further classified into plant fibers and animal fibers. Examples of plant fibers are cotton and silk, cotton and jute, and the examples of animal fibers are silk and wool. Then we understood the another type, that is artificial fibers. Artificial fibers means man-made fibers are called artificial fibers. Okay, if you want to note down the notes, you can just pause the video and copy it. Okay. Next one, examples of artificial fibers are PVC, polyvinyl chloride, rayon, nylon, etc. Okay, then we understood about jute plant and cotton plant in detail. Okay, that jute fiber is obtained from the jute plant, from the stem part. Okay, that stem part is whole the crops are going to be cultivated before the flower season arrives, dipped into the water, and then it starts rotting, and from that hair like strands comes out, that is jute fiber. Okay, by twisting with the help of spinning process we get jute yarn, and from that we can make jute bags, mats, etc. Understood? Then we understood the cotton plant. That cotton plant's fruit part will provide you cotton fibers. If you see the cotton wool or cotton ball into the magnifying glass, you can easily see the very fine hair like strands are there. That is nothing but the cotton fibers. Okay, but this cotton ball consists of seeds inside it. So the removal of seed from the cotton ball is known as ginning process. Okay, once the fibers are separated properly from the seeds, then it's time for the spinning process. Spinning means twisting the fiber. Okay, 2 to 3 fibers twisting together to form a long continuous thread is known as spinning process. Okay, I have shown you the video also that you can do it with the help of your hand also. You can do at your home also. I have shown you that video. Okay, then we understood today, that is weaving and knitting process. Okay, the process of making fabric by arranging two or more yarns together is known as weaving. And the last one is knitting process. Knitting means the process of making fabric by interlocking a single yarn is called knitting. Okay, understood? I hope you understood the whole chapter. Okay, and still if you have doubt, you can ask me. Okay, you are always welcome. I hope you understand. Okay, and if you want to note down this note, you can note down. Next time I will come with the explanation of its exercise. Okay, till then just remember me in your dua. Okay, and stay happy, keep smiling. Okay, have a nice day. Bye.